My favorite music artist in my tween and teenage years has been Tyler, the Creator. Beyond my enjoyment of his music and that of his Odd Future contemporaries is my love for him as a creative and as a person, through being completely expressive and open about his opinions and personality in his art, as well as being willing to experiment in a wide variety of mediums, including fashion, music, and film. Tyler is a role model for many young artists like myself. Tyler, the Creator, is one of the most influential yet underappreciated artists of the new generation, and this video looks to capture his influence through assessing some of the many young artists that he has affected, directly or indirectly. Specifically, I'll be looking at Lil Yachty, Rich Chigga, XXXTentacion, and Kevin Abstract. For context, I'm not a fan of all of these artists, but they are all undoubtedly very unique voices in modern rap, and they have all cited Tyler, the Creator as an influence. Lil Yachty is probably the most famous of the artists in discussion today, besides Tyler, the Creator, of course, and he has achieved his success because of his unique sound. Lil Yachty writes these very melodic trap beats, typically with a flute or bell melody, with his heavily auto-tuned voice crooning melodies and dropping bars interchangeably. Yachty has coined this style as boat music, and his music first took off with his breakout hit, One Night.
I know you want this for life, taking pictures with all my eyes, but...
He has also caught significant hate from stating his lack of knowledge and appreciation for old school rap, a trait which, before Yachty, was expected in order to become a big name in the rap scene.
Overrated.
Lastly, Lil Yachty has sported Nautica clothing frequently, and is now officially affiliated with Nautica. Nautica is a brand that hasn't been remotely popular since the 90s, but is now on a resurgence thanks to Lil Yachty. Yachty's choice of clothing and musical style, as well as his stubbornness in forging his own path in music, rather than following the blueprints set out by rappers past, reflect his ability to ignore trends completely and create his own, a trait first displayed in hip-hop by Odd Future, and Tyler, the Creator, specifically. Rich Chigga is a name that many of you may recognize, but only as of recently. Originally, Brian Emanuel was a Vine star, before beginning to release rap tracks under the name Rich Chigga. He's very much an artist that has risen to fame on the internet primarily, both because of his Vine fame and his unconventional background. He's a 17-year-old born and raised in Jakarta, Indonesia, only having visited the US for the first time in the last month. His song Dat Stick propelled him to fame because of the juxtaposition between his dark and violent lyrics and trap instrumentals, and his physical appearance. Since then, he's achieved endorsements from new and old rappers alike, with even Wu-Tang's Ghostface Killah jumping on the remix for Dat Stick.
Korean shotty up the sleeve of my coat. Each slug is like one big egg roll. Impact, you can lose half of your leg, bro.
Rich Chigga's unusual rise to fame using the internet and garnering a diverse audience in many ways was made possible by the rise of Tyler, the Creator, as he was the first rapper to garner a large fanbase over almost solely internet play. I know you're all sick of this name, but I have to say it. XXXTentacion. He has an incredibly diverse discography, ranging from powerful lo-fi ballads like I Don't Wanna Do This Anymore, to violent and intense bangers like his breakout single, Look at Me.
I should've let you know that you're my only one. I know you're feeling numb. I fuck you till you come.
His sound is very raw and unprocessed, which allows his tracks to be rough around the edges and still have very high levels of personality. This sort of diversity within a rapper's catalog was popularized by, you guessed it, Tyler, the Creator. On Cherry Bomb, Tyler is similarly able to go from intense bangers like Cherry Bomb to sweet jazzy ballads like Find Your Wings.
Hey you, what you doing and why you running? You're supposed to fly and take control cause you're the pilot. You can't swim, you're gonna drown, the sharks are coming. The skies are home, there's no limits, you know you gotta.
One could argue that artists like Kanye West and Pharrell also exhibited a similar diversity in their music, but only Tyler was able to incorporate a variety of soundscapes into a single album and still make the album sound cohesive. Lastly, I'd like to touch upon the least famous, but by far my most revered artist of the selection, Kevin Abstract. Kevin is an incredibly important voice in hip-hop and R&B, as he is openly gay. His confessional lyrics and incredible openness and lyrical proficiency make his songs intimate and empowering.
My parents don't know what's gotten into me since I met you.
He exhibits self-confidence, a characteristic that can be annoying when used incessantly in brag rap, but that is essential in Kevin's appeal. As a unique voice, he believes in himself enough to freely express his emotions and ideas in a historically repressive and homophobic genre of music. By doing so, he is able to change the social dynamics and beliefs of many of the artists and consumers of the genre. Kevin also has no hesitation in exploring different mediums, a characteristic which he has directly cited to have been inspired by finding out that Tyler directed the video for his song She.
Holding rubbers in these denim pockets. On my waist there's a black Glock. New girl moved on the block.
Kevin now directs all of his videos, as well as those of his collective Brockhampton. Similarly, Tyler has directed all of his videos, and those of his collective Odd Future. Kevin's freedom in self-expression and transgression between artistic mediums was first found in and inspired by Tyler the Creator. Tyler has influenced many of the unique young voices in contemporary hip-hop and R&B today, as well as many older artists that weren't mentioned in depth in this video. Although not always critically acclaimed, Tyler's creative pursuits have influenced a new generation of artists. What I find unique about Tyler's influence is that he doesn't influence a specific demographic of people, or even influence people to act solely in one manner. Instead, Tyler's peculiar rise to fame, personality, and proud and free self-expression inspires artists to pursue their dreams to the fullest extent, no matter their relevance in the modern artistic scene.